Hey, good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Well, now we're on to module three, and we're going to talk about some of the different facets of marketing. And there's a lot to cover here. So, this is going to be a couple of different modules that we're going to go into. Keep these short, keep them concentrated, so you can understand the little tidbits you need to know to operate on these platforms correctly. And this is where the meat and potatoes is of what we do. Because now that you know who you've got, you know what they're about, now you're going to have a better idea on how to market to them and also how to figure out who your customer is and also where they like to live, shop, and play on the internet. And these tools are going to help you with that. So, with that, Mary, where are we going to start this morning?
We're going to start with websites. And we're going to chunk these into 6 sections. We're going to talk about websites, email, SMS, social media, ads, and then domains. So under marketing, you're going to have several short videos. So we're going to start off with websites. Some of you already have websites preloaded into your account. Some of you are going to start with a brand new account and you don't have any websites at all. So that's where I'm going to start with you. Even though you see 6 on this page, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to add a new website. Well, from your website design, we have 4 different ones that we can choose from. We have a blank template, which is my personal favorite, because then I can come in and drop and drag. You have a capture 1 or a caption 2. You can do a short headline and capture their information. You can do a picture on the top and you can capture their information on the bottom. Or you can select the brand builder, which is going to give you a template of how to flow through the page. So I'm going to take the brand builder right now because most of you are going to probably select the brand builder. So you're going to need to put in a website name. And I'm going to title mine AI We Care. AI We Care. AI, no space here, because this is actually the URL that you're creating. All the websites are going to end in .now.site if you're building it on the platform using your subscription to build a landing page. You can come down here and select any one of these industries. They are not specific for your building of the creation of your page. They are specific in the fact that if you select one of these, it's going to tie into how you post to social media. So we're going to go down here and I'm going to name it Now Site, and I'm going to come over here and name it Marketing. Okay. Would I like to turn AI on this page? Yes, I would. Okay. It's a toggle switch. You toggle it back and forth. Okay. You can later in the editing section, and I'll show you that, if you want to turn AI on after you've built the page, you can do so. So I'm going to simply go next. This is your main keypad right over here on the left-hand side. Okay, everything you're going to do is going to be driven from this left-hand side. If you will understand that you're going to do the left and it'll appear on the right, you have mastered this platform. We are going to edit on the home page. So we're going to come over here to the pencil and we're going to click on the pencil. Now you notice these boxes over here have changed. What I use in my trainings, and you'll still hear me go on about this, is, doesn't this look like the old metal filing cabinets? Okay, you walked into an old office and they still had paper files. I know I'm dating myself, but that looks like filing drawers to me. Okay, and what that simply says is I want to pull a headline out and I want to drag it to the page. Where that blue box is over here is going to tell me where I get to type. So I'm going to come back over here to the left-hand side, AI We Care page. Okay. And sometimes I like to capitalize the I, so you can come back in here and capitalize the I. Well, we can. It's all part of doing this. All right, so we like it there, but we want to change it up a little bit. We want that section behind this not to be those clouds. You may want that to be a solid color. So now you have a box that stands out, okay? You can also come in here and change any of the characters into any of the typesets. You are also able to custom load a Google font if you want to. There are plenty of different fonts already on the page. Unless you really want to go and add more, play with the ones that are already on the page, okay? If you want to work in this box, and I may not want to say, welcome to NowSite, okay? I may want to edit that information. So I'm going to take out NowSite. And by the way, if you misspell something or you're not the best speller in the world, the red lines will tell you what's misspelled in the work area so that you can make sure. I'm not the best speller. I sometimes get dyslexic, okay? So that
You're
is
not alone, Mary. You're not alone.
I'm not. You can come in here and change that, okay? So welcome to the AI We Care team. I might do something different on the fonts because I'd really like AI and We Care down here at the same. Anything is possible, anything is changeable, all right? So if you don't want, here is the perfect page for your website visitors, some free contact enhancements to their contact info. This allows you to follow up with websites through email or SMS. You can leave that there, okay? The suggested information you may want to change and make custom to you. This happens to be the old contact style. And remember, every time you go into a box, you're going to always hit the OK button. Okay. I like this customer form, but not all the time. So I'm going to drag underneath here so you can see the difference, the new customer form. Name, email. You can come over here to the box and drop down for a phone. You can add it. Now you can customize the label. So you're going to put phone there. To keep the words right in the white boxes, enter your phone. Or you could say cell phone, okay? The more that you have and you're driving them to fill out a form with the information you want. You don't want a desk line because you have SMS in your package. You want to be able to send them an SMS, which is a text message. So in order to do that, you need to prompt them. Most people follow directions and they'll put the cell phone number in instead of a landline, okay? If you also wanted to add, whoops, I didn't mean to put phone in there twice. So you can come over here and delete the phone. Now let's come down here and we're not going to add a phone, but we're going to add a checkbox. And that simply says in the checkbox, we're going to hit the pencil and the label is marketing. We're going to add another check mark and we're going to do networking. We're going to add another checkbox and we're going to call it free insight, okay? And let's see, we're going to do one more. We'll do side hustle, okay? No, I'll just do side gig. All right, and we're going to add that to the list. Oops, I didn't mean to do it. Another one. All right, so you see how that kind of makes it look a long portfolio of what they're asking. So we can come over here to the style section and we can come over here to the form layout. Right now it's all in one column, you could break that up into a 2-column. Okay. So I'm going to take this section here and I'm just going to move it down. And then I'm going to move this section to be underneath this. Okay. Remember what you have in the background, especially if you're going to use a full landscape photo, that you're going to need to be able to read behind this. Okay. So if I had it sitting on him, you wouldn't have seen the check marks, but you can also come over here to the background section and you can make it a solid color so it stands out, or you can make it a gradient image so that it doesn't necessarily blare, that you're clearing out the sky, but they can at least see the boxes. You are also able on the label, that's all in black, on the button attributes, you can change that color to anything that you want. Blues are most popular, and I'm going to copy that code. And then I'm going to come over here to the button attributes. Nope, wrong one. Checkboxes. And then I'm going to delete that teal color and I'm going to paste in the same blue. So if you want to use the same color scheme on your page, you can come down here and you can copy that and then make your blues the same on the whole page. Okay, we do have some other ways that you can move that around and make it a little more graphic. You can do the checkered background if you want to, and that just changes it. Okay, on this one, you'll have to write down each of those numbers versus copying and pasting. Okay. So now those button boxes are going to be that style of blue. Okay. So we can also come over here. This already has headline in it. So instead of dragging another headline in it, we can simply click here, change the headline to what we want to show as our main headline feature. What do we offer? Product or service. Okay. And click OK. Down here, if you want to edit a video, all you need to know is what the Vimeo address is or what the YouTube address is. Now, here's a little tidbit in where to post your videos. If you're a team leader and sometimes your information changes, but you want everybody to have the same video, upload and change on Vimeo. Your links do not change on Vimeo. If you upload a new video to YouTube, you just simply get a new number. It does not replace what's already out there. So when you're going to format and pull your videos, pull them from Vimeo, because that video will always be the most current video out there. I do not represent Vimeo. I don't get any royalties from Vimeo, but I'm just going to tell you, it's easier if you have a team and the whole video changes because it was stored on Vimeo. Okay. You want to do something on your title. This is also a headline dragged in. Okay. Your buttons can do several different things. And this is a wow factor. Okay. This is one of the things that I really enjoy about NowSite and where we go with our buttons. You can have it redirected to a URL. So if you have already a .com, .biz, .whatever out there, and you've already spent thousands of dollars on it, but that website's not getting the traffic, this website's dragging your traffic because we're doing social media, we're doing email campaigns, we're sending people to your .com. If that's where you want to be. If you only want to be in the NowSite community, which trust me, I am, everything is housed in here. You can hit the button, and if you're on your phone and you're looking up a website and you go click call me, it's going to call your phone. It's either going to call your landline or it's going to call your cell phone. But 90% of people now are looking on their cell phone devices that has the phone service. If they click on call me now and it is your computer and you don't have a dialer out of it, it's not going to go anywhere. But like I said, more people are looking on their phones than they're looking anyplace else. So you can
that's really, I'd like to really reinforce that, because that is truly important, and that's where that call phone really becomes important. Because Mary, why don't you go and at this point show them how they can see a preview of what the website would look like on their mobile phone, because then they would be able to hit that button right there and talk to you from their phone from the site.
Okay. And this is exactly where we were, even though I didn't change that get started button. Okay. But this is how.
Say call me now.
Mm-hmm.
And click that button, and it'll go directly to Mary or or whoever you're trying to contact's mobile phone, and you'd have us on the phone right there.
Whose ever web page. So it's not just contacting us.
Yep.
It's contacting you as the owner of this site. Okay. So you can change that to call me, let's chat, let's talk. You can also have it open up their own email. Now, this is the prospect that's looking at your landing page. It will open up their email account, pre-populate the email address it's going to. Okay, so you can tell it which email you want it to go to. Okay, and save it that way. Okay. You can also have it download a PDF. So let's talk about some of the industries that can download a PDF. A doctor's office, new patient information, whether it's human or pet. You may download before a seminar. You may want to fill out information and bring to a consultation, such as a life insurance agent, or you want to get all your paperwork together. This is the information I need to set you up on a digital account. This is the information that you need to bring to our next visit. Okay. So all of those are possible. Okay. Or if you have your Now site link, you can put it in here. Okay. You could redirect it to a URL. You could redirect it to your .com page. You could redirect it to another Now site page. There is so many different ways that you can build in and around this platform that you have on the premium version, unlimited landing pages. You also get the opportunity to open it in a new window, so they never lose where they are with you on your landing page. Because sometimes when you go off on a rabbit trail, it's hard to get them back on this page. But if your page stays open in their viewer up at the top, as far as other pages, it's going to bring them back to your page before they close out their computer. The other nice thing about videos on here is that it stays on the page. Yes, it could play more videos after that, but you're keeping your focus and your concentration here on the landing page that you want them to receive the information on. If you have products or service, you can name your 3 products. If you want to highlight some of your products, you can do so there. A little bit about you, okay? How to contact me now. I'm going to tell you that's probably going to be, it's a redirect to URL, okay? You could probably have that on your cell phone right now. All right, so I'm going to put my number in there. Now note, I did not put any dashes in that number, okay? You're strictly only doing numbers when you ask it to call your phone, okay? Most people don't put a 1 in front of their phone numbers anymore because they're calling off their cell phone. So the 1 is useless, okay? If you have an international code on there, that's different, Okay. You can do a feature block. You can explain more about what you do, what you offer, a little bit about you personally. You also have the opportunity to change the footer down here. Okay. Simply by clicking on the footer, you can generate from your own computer. And I'm just going to pick on the R because it's one of my downloads. And that image will be a logo right down here. Okay. The address, this happens to be Now Site's address in Toronto, not the phone number, and a fictitious email account. Okay. So if you want to change up where it says address, okay, you can put connections there. You can put what's up. Okay. So you can then put your phone number there as well if you wanted to. So just because this says address does not mean the address is what needs to stay there. So if you have other information down here that you want to put, or you can say Tuesday is demo day with Mary. And how do you get there? HTTPS zoomwithmary.now.site. Okay, so it could be other pertinent information that they need to have down here, and it doesn't fit what you, it's a cookie cutter. You don't have to use that. You can change the typeset. Okay, if you don't want to show social media connections, you don't have to. You just uncheck social media. Okay. Oops, I just unchecked it all. Show, and show. Okay, and it's back. Now, these icons already over here, you're going to have to add the dash behind to get it to go where they can click on it. Otherwise, the clicks down here are just preset to Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay. You can edit the terms and conditions. You can add that to the bottom of the website. Okay. You have your privacy policy. Okay. That was last updated on February 2020. Okay. And hit save. Okay. So that takes you through dragging and dropping. There are some other tidbits I would like to show in here. So before we close this video out, I'm going to take and click here. I'm going to exit that, and I'm going to bring a map over and put it on the top. The map can be very specific. Okay. It could give you a broader image there. It can also bring it down to the square block, not only in your way you set it up, but when the user comes and looks at the actual website, they too can scroll in or out. Okay, so maps on your website, especially if you're trying to bring somebody to your office or to a meeting, is very helpful. If you want to build a list, you can simply build a list, one column or two. You're going to come over here and hit the add button. Marketing, add, networking, add, insight for free, add, side gigs. All right. Again, you have style options. You can do list style, large bullet, small bullet, checks, double arrows, or numbers. You can also change the font and change the color. You can also change the font by going to list build. If you want that to be a different solid color, if you want that to be gradient, you can do that. If you want to add an image, you can add an image. You're simply going to your images to select. I'm not going to pick that one. You can go here to search. Okay, let's get into something a little blue so the red will stand out. And you can click OK. And the red doesn't stand out. Heading, subheading, where's my red? This style. Black won't show up, blue won't show up. So you're going to play around with getting the best image behind. Click on this again, click on style, section background. Let's change that back to a solid color, it's white. Okay. There are some more tips and tricks in here. If you want to drag a content section in, you want a full content area. This could be video, map, could be anything we drag from the corner box. You can do 2 boxes, long on the right, short on the left, opposite, 3 boxes or 4 boxes. Okay. You simply come over here and say OK. And let's say you want to drag in a headline. And all I'm going to do is headline. Okay. Now let's say you want to draw in a large image. We're going to add an image. I like searching Pixabay. All of these pictures are free. Okay. So I'm going to pick the top one. And now I'm going to add text to it. Everybody's heard of the wishing tree next to the wishing well. Okay. You can also change your style in that. You can move this around to make it the best optimized picture for you. You can also change your colors again. So understand you're not stuck with one particular color over another.
And Mary, you can change the font size too, can't you?
Yes. And you can also change the size of it as well. Okay. Now, if you're going to make a meme, that's our second step. Okay. But understand, I'm peeling open what's possible in this website builder. Okay. We're going to click OK again, and that picture is going to show up right here. Okay. We're going to hit OK over here because we really don't need to do anything else. We're not going to put a heading on top of it unless you want. Okay. And that's going to put it right in the middle of the picture. So we don't want that because we've already added words to the picture. You can come back here and add a website. So when somebody is scrolling through your website and they click on an image, they just want that image to get bigger because that's what they've been thinking it was. But you can actually hide and put a URL underneath that would take them to another landing page. Okay, so you can direct your traffic no matter if they accidentally stumble on it or you say, I have something hidden behind every picture on my landing page. Go find the treasure hunt. Okay, there's a lot of different things you can do. If you want to customer form, I don't recommend putting it in that small box, but it will expand. So the box will get bigger if you add more fields to it. Okay, so it will drop down and get larger the more things that you add to it. Okay. If you want to just drop a button in by itself, again, you have those 4 things that is all automatically to anybody. Redirect to a URL, cell phone, email, download a PDF, or your affiliate link if you're building your affiliate page. Again, open it in a separate box. Button text can be the website you're sending them to, so they know where they're going. You also have small, medium, or large boxes, so you can also control how big or how small that box can be on your page. Okay, I've gone from top to bottom on several different things. We're trying to keep these videos short, so the next thing we'll come back and tell you in just a few minutes. Back over to you, Steve.
Mary, man, that was awesome. I mean, it really demonstrates how malleable the whole platform is. Really, if you can dream it and create it, you can really make it happen. I know one of the things that we suggest with people is that even before they start their website design, that they actually go old school and take a piece of paper out and kind of sketch out what you want your page to look like, so it kind of gives you a guide when you start building it. And as you see, this initial template that we have that NowSite provides doesn't have to stay the same way. You can move all the sections around by just clicking and dragging them and moving them around as well. And I know we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So again, everyone out there, thank you for watching Module 3, the introduction to the website builder and how it functions. Mary, great job. We'll see you guys on the flip side.